Rivet here. Welcome back to another midweek episode of Cube World. Everyone is enjoying themselves today. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy Cube World day. Welcome back, hanging out with Drapel and Moves. I'm wrecking this stuff today because the last time we were here, I wanted to wreck all the things and I couldn't because I didn't want to get to level 100. Well, we did it anyway, so the heck with it. We wrecked the castle. I'm going to even kill bunnies just because you never know what they're going to drop for you. So yeah, hope everyone's enjoying themselves. I hope you are enjoying your day. I've had a good day. A good day. Tiring day, but still good. Been accomplishing quite a bit. I think I'll just kind of take a look at where I'm going here, and then I will start the chatting. So work went well. Actually got to leave a little bit early today. I had a couple things I needed to take care of. I had an appointment that I needed to deal with that got canceled on me last minute, but I had already left work. I got rescheduled, so I had the plumber that's supposed to be fixing my place. I was already almost home when he called and said that he needed to reschedule. So I was nearby a computer store here, and I've been kicking around the idea of picking up some parts. The prices here were about on par with what I was seeing online. Online pricing in Canada for computer stuff, insanely pricey. So I've been, as you know, I've been on the whole looking at the new Ryzen 3000 series of processors and everything. Sold out everywhere. Couldn't find one online, nowhere to be found. And they were expensive. The one I wanted was running me just shy of $400. The one that I wanted initially was the 3700X. It's an 8-core, 16-thread processor. That was running us here around 470, I think it was, almost $500, which is a little bit out of my price range. So then I was looking at the 3600, not the X variant, and that was still running around 350. So I was just like, ugh. And then inventory stock looked like it was going to be 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. And I just was like, ugh. So anyway, I went to the local computer store and just was seeing what they had. Just wanted to see, and I was thinking, you know what, I'll buy the components that I want to get. The one thing I knew I wanted to get no matter what was going to be the case. Buying a case online sucks. Getting it delivered sucks. Because I live in an apartment and you can't just get things delivered here. It's just how life is. So I was like, ugh. So I went in to go look at the case. There was a deep cool case that I've been eyeballing. Not perfect, inexpensive. It's like 45 bucks Canadian. Tempered glass. It's just, I needed a simple small case because I want to do a smaller build this time around. So I was looking at a smaller case. Went in and lo and behold, they had a huge sale going on. Got very lucky. I ended up walking out of there for just shy of $800 Canadian, which was considerably less than I was thinking I was going to get away with, and I got a lot more than I wanted. So I ended up getting for the processor, I ended up settling, and I'm not calling this settling, this is actually one of the processors I was eyeballing before. I got the Ryzen 5 2600. Just simple, 12 cores, 12 threads, 6 cores, 12 threads. Decent little overclocker. I should be able to get it to at least 4 gigahertz, potentially a little bit more. Not much more. I'm not looking to push it much. I'm actually looking at trying to keep it in around 3.9, 3.8 if I can. What are we got here? This is a troll or is this a Rick? Is this a Rick? Hello, Rick. I completely missed you on that one. So yeah, so I ended up getting that. It was 180 in around there. So that was a deal and a half because when the 1600 came out when I was living in the States, I wanted to get that. And that was, I think, going for, at the time, I was looking for like around 200 bucks US. I have never seen any of the processors that I wanted coming near the $200 mark here in Canada. The entire time I've been here, everything has been way, way overpriced. So for having it around 180, I was like, oh, good God. So it was about half the price I was looking at. And I'm thinking, dollar for dollar, you know, for what I need it for, it's going to be sufficient. It should be fine. Worst case scenario, I end up with a decent rig that I could just, for the price, I can set this up as a streaming rig or doing whatever I wanted to if I don't find it working 100% for what I want. But I mean, I can't see it not. I can't see it not. Everything I've been reading on it from the start makes me kind of happy, and it was honestly on my to-do list of CPUs I wanted to get eventually anyway. So I got it. I'm happy. I ended up getting a B450 motherboard that went with it. I got an ASRock Steel Legend series, I do believe it's called. A little bit of RGB bling in it. And the part that I'm really psyched about is I ended up grabbing myself 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. So I got 4 sticks of 8, 3200 speed. So in case I ever do get the new Ryzen 3000 series, it's going to be ready for it. So the sweet spot, my understanding, in and around is around the 3200 mark. So that makes me happy. So yeah, so I got 32 gigs of RAM, motherboard, processor, 2 hard drives. I got a terabyte Seagate drive and a 500 gig SSD for doing everything. So 500 gigs should be ample for the operating system and for doing a little bit of scrubbing and stuff. I may grab another one. It was not terribly expensive, so I may grab a secondary one to do some of the to have it as not a boot drive, but as a drive for when I do my video editing stuff. So just have an SSD that is just meant for scrubbing videos. Kind of makes me happy. And then I ended up getting the nice case for it, and I got a power supply. Nothing fancy, of 600 bronze, 80 rate, bleh, 80 plus bronze. That's the term. That's the word I was looking for. And I got a little bit of an RGB kit to go with it. So I got all the bits and pieces. All the components are here. I have Friday off. So Friday is my day that my plumber comes over to fix my place. My day off to begin of my 4-day weekend. I'm going to put together my system. I might do it Thursday night when I get home, and then have Friday to goof around and fiddle and play. I'm not sure. I doubt that I'll do a video of me building it or anything. My place is just not big enough. I don't have a studio space set up for it. And I just want to build the damn thing and make it. So, yeah. I'm really, really excited. I'm really happy. Now for video card, I'm going to be using my GTX 1070 that I have currently in this rig. And it should be sufficient. I am looking at getting the Radeon RX 5700 XT. That's on my list of potentials. Everything I've been seeing about the card looks perfect for what I want to do. The only issue is right now I'm not a huge fan of the reference design that AMD has offered for it. I will wait for a third-party board. Yes, a third-party designed board. Nothing against the blower style cooler. I use them. My 1070 has one. I have a reference NVIDIA card. But I do know with everything I've seen that one tends to run a little hot in the 5700 XT. So that might be a little bit of a limitation for some of the things in gaming and stuff with it. Especially when you're going to be pumping through a lot of heavy duties and tasks, which I plan on doing. So I will, and also some of the drivers are not quite matured, especially when it comes to the streaming side of things. So it's an expensive purchase. I'm looking at around $500 Canadian in current market. But here's where Smart Rivet is taking a look at everything, and this is kind of what put me on the process of saying, you know what, buy the stupid super deal that you can get right now for the processor and hold out. Right now, as it is, AMD has kind of launched basically they have shot across the bow of both NVIDIA and Intel. Right at this moment, they are offering the better price performance in both CPU and GPU markets for, well, the CPU unit across the board. If you're doing a high-end system or mid-tier, low-end, it's just stupid not to buy the 3000 series. Or if you can get a deal like I have, grab the 2000 series. It's just, like, honestly, I think when I did the breakdown for my 2600, it was like around 130, 140 bucks US. That's stupid low. Like, that's a crazy low price for a 6-core 12-thread processor. Are you kidding me? I mean, I paid $250 plus, I think it was, for my 6600K back in the day when I got it. Or maybe it was even $350. I can't even remember. It was so long ago that I got it. And mind you, nothing against Intel, nothing against the 6600K. This has been a great system. It's been my channel for the better part of 4 years. Nothing bad to say about this computer. I love this computer. I'm planning on keeping this computer for a while as what I want to do. Like I said, as a stream machine, as a media box and everything else, and a game server for stuff, perfect. It's going to do exactly what I want. But, you know, doing what I'm doing right now with this, it's getting a little long in the tooth. So anyway, to get back to what I was thinking, so AMD has shot across the bow for Intel and NVIDIA. So especially Intel, price to performance across the board, AMD is killing it. Like, not just a little bit, like killing it. The only thing that AMD is losing at is in certain gaming aspects, the 9900K is still king. But at the cost, like the 3700X is like hitting it blow for blow for blow, and it loses a little bit. But it's like it's a $329 part versus a $500 part. I will take a 2% loss in some video games for almost saving 200 bucks. I mean, that's just stupid. It's just really stupid. So Intel is way overpriced. They have been for quite some time. That's been my biggest beef. And they've been able to maintain that because AMD has been unable to dethrone them. You know, it's like, well, if you want the best in gaming, you got to stick with Intel. Well, now with immature drivers, immature BIOSes, immature architecture stuff, because this is a brand new architecture for AMD. Like this, like the Zen processor, the Zen 2 processor is, again, a lot different than even the last generation. So they have stepped up AMD and stepped up in a very, very good way. Shocking a lot of people. Watching the reviews on Sunday was kind of amazing. Just watching a lot of the people that I watch going, yep, this is not what we really expected. This is beyond, like, you know, beyond what even AMD was telling us. So that was cool. But about the video card, well, they've kind of done the same thing with NVIDIA. They've kind of showed up and said, here, like, we'll trade blows for blow with you on your, you know, your 2070 and your 2060. You know, and NVIDIA did their whole super line. So when they came out with the super lineup, people were kind of like, well, that's it. AMD's screwed. They got nothing to compete against this because they were trying to compete with the 2060 and the 2070, not the 2060 Super and the 2070 Super. Well, lo and behold, the 5700 XT is holding blows like big time with some of these things. And the one thing that I like is that what people are telling us now is when you actually break it down and you look at it, we're getting 1080 Ti like gameplay or like benchmarks and everything out of a $400 graphics card US. Like, that's crazy good. And that's, again, immature drivers. Systems are not used to it. AMD is still trying to work out the bugs and how to do the drivers for this. So I think within a few months things could be looking good. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm saying is now, here we have AMD sitting with the potential of not only dethroning Intel, but NVIDIA at the same time in some aspect. So we're on the verge here, potentially, of what I like to call a price war. So we could see some deep cuts in Intel and NVIDIA, and then potentially AMD fighting back as well. Who knows what this is going to do? Come Christmas time, I have no idea. So for me, the thought process is hold out, wait a little while. Who knows what's around the corner? Maybe something will change, and you know, in 6 months, you might be looking at something a lot better than what you can look at right now. And I'm just going to patiently wait. I've got a system right now that is more than capable of handling all my tasks for at least the next 2 years. I can afford to sit on my laurels and wait. As much as I would like to have the brand new shiny, I would love to have the brand new shiny. Trust me, I'm a brand new shiny kind of guy. But I can survive. I can survive very well on what I've got. At least that's what I think, and that's how I'm going to go for it. Dear Lord. So yeah, that's me ranting and raving about AMD and my new computer. Because as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. And I know a little bit about technology. So much so that I'm contemplating a couple of new changes for myself in the tech field as well. I am looking at potentially revamping my studio space and just sucking it up and doing my Rivet Tech channel. I've mentioned in the past how much I've wanted to do a food and travel vlog, and I still want to. Just don't have the wherewithal to do it right now. With my current means, I just can't. But what I can do is have one of those tech commentary channels where I don't have to actually review anything, but I can talk about the industry, the state of things, and my opinions about some of the stuff. Again, I've been around this industry for 40 years. When I break it down, 40 years I've been involved in tech. 51 this year. I was 10 years old when I was helping my father build computers back in the 1970s. And those are mainframes. Like, I built computers all throughout university. In high school, I was putting together, Apple at the time, you could make your own Apple IIc, Apple II. Was it? Yeah, 2 and 2E. You didn't have to buy all the parts from Apple. You could buy third-party parts. And we called them pineapples. And Apple, that was the beginning of Apple putting the kibosh on people being able to make their own Apple products. And that was the beginning of the end. And then they made the Macintosh, and it's been downhill ever since. But I've been building computers since then. So I keep my finger on the pulse of all the tech stuff that I can. And I think it'd be kind of fun just to take once a week, a couple times a week, sit down, camera in hand, and just sit there and talk about some of the things that I'm noticing and trends I see in the industry. I think right now is probably one of my favorite times in tech. There's so many new things happening, so much fun going on. And it's good fun. Like, I love competition. I think competition is amazing. The last time I recall anything like this would be back in the K62 Athlon days when the Celeron processors were like king, and like you could overclock a Celeron and you get like an extra of 100 megahertz. Oh baby, like you could get that thing up and running. But it was it was fun. I loved those days. And then AMD with the 64-bit processing units and all that. I'm like, and video cards and all this stuff. I've been geeking for this stuff for a long time. So yeah, I'm thinking of just doing commentary, Rivet Tech channel, just talking about what I do, talking about the stuff, kind of what I do here, but actually with like me talking in front of a camera. So we'll see if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. I have no idea if it's anything people want to see, but it's something I want to do. I think that's kind of important. Listen, you holy jumping mages suck. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, this guy's a beast. I gotta keep this one down. Oh. Oh, God. Wow, this is a delicate balance. Oh! Son of a... I had a potion. I had a potion in my hand. It just wouldn't take. I don't know what the hell was going on there. It just was not drinking. Son of a bitch. Oh. Nasty. Piece of work that one is. We're going back in and try to wreck it. Do I have enough potions? Oh, yeah. Which ones are these? 82s? Yeah. Nothing major. 82, 83s are about the same. So, yeah. Here's my thoughts on things. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get the new computer together. As you could probably tell. I'm just excited to get a fresh start. I've been biting, just trying to figure something out for the last year, trying to find out something else to make me happy. I love doing this. I love the videos, doing Cube World and videos of, gaming. Love this stuff. But it's not everything I am. And I think what I want to do is to show more and more of what I am. And the thing that usually gets my most views is a Cube World. And what the Cube World tends to be is me rattling and prattling on and on and on about the things that interest me. And I'm not too sure if that's something that people would be terribly interested to watch and see me in person do, especially if it's just technology. But I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to invest the next 6 months to try to see if it's something that I can make a doable thing. I think it would be kind of fun. And it's nothing that would take away from what I do here already. This channel will stay the mainstay of my, of what I do. And I love it. But I don't want to just be this. Jesus. Wow, this guy's annoying. Why is this one not going down? Holy crap. That was insane. How is that possible that I had 2 of these jerks? The other one wasn't going. How is there 3 now? Oh, and they both hit for a ton. Oh, this is insane. There we go. And it made another one again. God damn you. Well, this is my last foray. Oh. Did I ever mention I hate mages? Broken. Broken as all hell. Look at how fast they shoot. Oh, God. At what point is that fair? Done. Oh, my God. That is so broken. Oh, great. Hi, Skullbull. Whew. I tell you, that was wackadoodle. Well, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And again, I do want to thank everybody for coming out. And also, Bion or Bion on the Discord, thank you so much for the lovely chat tonight. It was nice. It's nice to chit-chat with some of the fans. That's why I have the Discord, is for people to kind of hang out and just talk. It's important for me, for people to understand that I'm, just a person too. I have, all the regular things that go along with being a person. I have flaws and all that kind of stuff, but I also like to have a conversation. And it was interesting too, is that Bion from another country, Brazil, apologizing about his English, her English, no, not judging, not knowing anyway. And it's not an issue. People just hanging out and talking. We're talking about gaming and things. It's kind of a universal language. It's really cool. So yeah, if you guys are interested, there's always a link in the description down below to my Discord group. Feel free to join. It's just hanging out. Don't expect anything miraculous or anything. It's usually a couple of us saying good morning to each other ad infinitum. I'm not always the most chatty of people all the time, but I do my best. If people want to spark up a conversation, I do my best to try to converse back and forth. I am limited with my time throughout the day, but I do try to pop in, at least say hi, and kind of chat when I have the ability after work a little bit. So anyway, if you guys are interested, feel free to pop in. A lot of folks that are in there. I'm sure people you could talk to other than me anyway. It'd be nice. But anyway, thanks for coming out, everybody. It's been a pleasure seeing you. Well, I didn't see anybody, but it's nice being seen by you. And I will see you guys in our next episode on Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is a song for all the